two-wheeled action, we head straight into the Autobarn SuperHatch. And this season, we've got a couple of new contenders that are starting to throw it in amongst the usual contenders at the front end. DANNHAUSER looking to try and wrap things up in Class B and fight hard with Nick Martin. But at the front end, Jonathan du Toit is going to have his hands full. Along with two of those other Honda Civics, we've got RENO van Heerden in the Hot Wheels Peugeot on the front row. Chris Davison with a great start coming from behind, trying to sneak up on the Majestic Opel as they go down into turn number one. Nick Martin not quite getting this the start he wanted. And into turn one, you can see he has to slot back in. Good start from Carl Stoltz. Stoltz into third place. He's got Jonathan du Toit behind him. That's not a bad position to be in. Keeping du Toit out's going to be difficult though. And just behind, keep an eye out also on the second of those Honda Civics. Coming up through the mid-pack here, you can see all about sorting positions out right from the word go. Craig Priestley, first time here for Red Star for him. I'd say, oh, and look at that, Brett has spun out. Brett with the Garland getting it all wrong there, and Carl Stoltz goes off in sympathy, I think, just running wide, trying to avoid the spinning car. That is allowed out front. Look at this, an incredible drive from the 132 machine. I don't think Tyler Scott even saw what happened in his rearview mirror. Here's what we see from Chris Davison's point of view. Oh, looks like a couple of cars getting caught out there. Davison with nowhere to go. Oh, he's not happy about that. Goes slamming into the front end of the spinning Brett Garland. It's RENO van Heerden now leading things out. He's got Jonathan du Toit, and Stoltz is off again. Oh, the Pretoria North Toyota. That is the Runix, running wide and spinning out by himself. Here we go, onto the braking markers, up into Bridgestone. Are we going to see a change up here? A long way around for Jonathan du Toit, but he'll cut back and try and squeeze RENO van Heerden out. RENO runs a little bit wide coming through that Bridgestone turn, and it might just open up a door there for Jonathan du Toit. Nice to see that as well. Gav having a super run there. You can see Gavin Case, also a new man to the series, fighting with Kritchoff, and you've got Alex Marks in that little battle too. RENO van Heerden is driving the Hot Wheels off this car. He's keeping it all together and making sure that Jonathan du Toit cannot find a way past. He goes on the defensive, but that will, of course, compromise his drive. Let's see if he's able to find a way through here on a little short straight, heading down towards turn 4. Nick Martin just behind them. Reno's lost out. Jono's just squeezed by and got through to the lead. Van Heerden now into second place. He's got Nick Martin closing and breathing down his neck. Won't be too far back. There's a lot of cars getting caught out there at turn 3. Not quite sure what's gone wrong there, but maybe a couple of, maybe a change of surface flag required there, I'd have to say, because it looks like a whole bunch of cars getting caught out with a possibility of something on the surface. The 105 machine is Andre van der Merwe, and he's in a little bit of a battle with Lummy van Staden and Mark Gregory. And just ahead of them, of course, is Priestley in that little Ford. Sean Besterman leading things out in Class C. Malspur just behind him, slowly but surely getting to grips with that G&H Transport Polo. Very different car initially, but now she's really finding it and getting into her own. All problems on the sideline, one of the cars parked on the... And that's a very dangerous position to be in. That is on the exit point coming onto the main straight, the big one that heads down the highway. You can see RENO van Heerden going defensive. I think he's trying to keep Nick Martin behind him. That's exactly what he's trying to do. Andre DANNHAUSER, look at that. Turnaround of events there, and Carl Stoltz has recovered dramatically. I wonder if he'll want to get past and find a way through on DANNHAUSER under braking. He does have a look, but he's not close enough. Looks like it'll just have to finish up as they are. Jonathan du Toit from RENO van Heerden. And it looks like Nick Martin is going to beat DANNHAUSER. DANNHAUSER also just going to keep Carl Stoltz at bay. As they come to the flag, Stoltz will have a go, and he's just not close enough to make it across the line. Great job there from DANNHAUSER, but a great recovery from Carl Stoltz. Nice little battle there, continued right to the line, but Class C eventually going to Sean Besterman. Malspur right on his tail. There you have confirmation of the top 8. It's the Toy at the top, Besterman at the bottom, and lots of incidents. Let's have a chat to Chris Davison and find out what went wrong.
Very unfortunate. I got a good launch. I stuck alongside Brett in the Autobarn Honda. We got through turn 1 a little bit messy, and then I think out of turn 3, the 2 Hondas spun sideways around the corner, and we went off the track, and I had nowhere to go, and unfortunately we ended colliding front ends into each other.